when I actually heard the actor say those lines, I wanted to tear him apart. Like I was so angry. I put a dent in the wall. And one question being, why is no one doing anything about this? But when I got to know about this story, I realized there was somebody doing something about this. And it was a woman.
Welcome to Filmfare OTT Showcase, a special series in celebration of the FLYX Filmfare OTT Awards. I'm in conversation with someone who believes less is more, but everything less she does turns out a winner. I'm in conversation with Shefali Shah, who I've known since donkey's years and who moves from strength to strength with every performance of hers. So
Jitesh,
first, Shefali, congratulations on the Emmy.
thank you. Thank you.
I have to say it was such a moving, affecting performance. Of course, there's a lot we'll talk about your role in Delhi Crime. But my question to you is, what was the turning point in while reading the script or while it was being narrated? Where did you find the truth in the character?
Almost instantly, the first meeting I had with Rishi, and in less than 5 minutes, he wasn't narrating the script to me or reading it, or he was just talking to me about what it was and the research he had done and the untold story. And within 5 minutes, I said yes to it. And I remember weeping, and I said, just ignore me, just continue talking to me. And I said yes then and there. And then I went home. He gave me like a full known poti of scripts. There were 9 scripts at that point of time, 1 hour each. And I said, give me a couple of days and I'll read it. I read the first one, and in 1.5, 2 hours, I finished reading all of it. Called him and I said, I just have to be a part of it. And it was as simple as that. It hit me straight and I fell in love with it then and there.
What kind of a mother are you to your sons? What I remember about the film is you show very little emotion. Okay, maybe it's a part of Vartika's uh, uh, being that being this stern police officer. She can't. But what is the relationship you share with your off-screen? Off-screen kids and
Really?
daughter.
Oh, well, they're as stubborn and not stubborn, but they have a mind of their own, like my daughter did in one in DC, and I tried holding her back, but when my sons wanted to go, we just let them go because we thought they need to grow and go from here. What kind of a mom I am? I'm the no parent. I just say no for everything.
So you're the
And
bad cop.
I'm the bad cop. I'm not popular at all
No
in
pun
my house.
intended.
Completely, yeah. And I'm not popular at all at home. There are 3 men who gang up against me. They think the father is the fun, understanding one. The mother is just, she's on a trip. So yeah, that's what it is. But more or less, I mean, once a mother, always a mother. So it doesn't vary in terms of how you feel. It's just like you said, every character reacts differently, And of course, they have certain people have a different point of view. Like for example, in Dil Dhadakne Do, Neelam Mehra was a completely different mom. Over here, she's a different mom. So, but being a mom, it just comes naturally, and
Or even
yeah,
in Gandhi versus Gandhi,
yeah,
my father.
yeah.
Uh, so tell me, which of the roles that you've done before I come back to Delhi Crimes comes closest to you
Uh,
temperamentally?
Once again, I'm a
Okay.
hardcore romantic. I'm a
Okay.
hardcore romantic. So yes, that, and Delhi Crime, because the passion and obsession and just one focus driven by this, this one thing in her mind. uh, everything. I mean, the power, her vulnerability, all of it is so similar to Shefali. It is so similar to her.
Uh, what about your relationship with your assistant? You know, it is maternal, and yet there is a certain reserve. Have you had similar relationships with your female colleagues at work? Or have you had a more easier?
I have a great work relationship with everyone I work with. The relationship in the show with Bhupinder is a very special relationship, and it was one of the most loved relationships in the show. I mean, they have a mutual
Yeah.
respect. Uh, he is her backbone. He is somebody she would say what she feels like, even her most vulnerable thought, and she respects him tremendously, and it's vice versa, you know. And he's somebody who takes a command very gracefully, but they're always in sync. They have a free flowing conversation, they respect each other's point of views. So that is a very, very special relationship.
You know, given the extremely sensitive and vulnerable nature of the series, it's gory, it's macabre, it's sensitive, and yet, it deals with such a gruesome part which changed all our lives. It changed all our lives. How did it change you while you were shooting? Was there any particular scene which you got very affected by, and you said, oh my God, this is really, it sort of took away from you as a human being, and
Every single scene, honestly, every single scene. What I took away, the one scene that I really remember is the interrogation scene. When I actually heard the actor say those lines, I wanted to tear him apart. Like I was so angry. And at the same time, Vartika has to keep this poise. So that shoe throwing and the bad word was just like I could have broken somebody's head. I put a dent in the wall. That was the kind of, I actually put a dent in the wall. I was so angry. So, but every single scene and how it changed me, when the incident happened, Jitesh, we all sat out and we had the same angst and anger and pain and hurt and cry for justice. And one question being, why is no one doing anything about this? But when I got to know about this story, I realized there was somebody doing something about this, and it was a woman. It's a strange balance, so the show is not just about the pain and hurt and loss of life, it's also about compassion and a fight for injustice. So it's like a strange combination of both. So I took away, I mean, Delhi Crime changed my life professionally, my work. It's a learning curve for me in terms of how I work, and just generally it's it somewhere there was a sense of not redemption, but a sense of feeling that, okay, I'm doing something, even if it was as even if it I was even though I was just standing in somebody else's shoes. But it was constantly there that there was a team of people fighting against time to get these. It wasn't like everyone was just standing outside, like we all as laymen felt standing outside, nobody's doing anything about this. But there was somebody doing about it, and a woman was doing
So
it.
today, if you had to sign a film or a series, the web has opened up. It's a whole new lease of life for everybody. Uh, what would your considerations be when you sign on a role today?
Well, the considerations always been the same, that whatever I do has to be at par or better. I don't have a very lengthy resume, but whatever I have, I am very proud of being a part of those projects. And the consideration is exactly the same. The only difference is now I get the kind of work I've been desiring to do. Uh, I'm getting put into the forefront as the lead or one of the leads of the show or a film, and it's great. And there is this faith suddenly that she can carry something on her shoulders entirely. Of course, I mean, it wasn't just me. Telecrime is a combination of a brilliant team. But yeah, I think considerations are the same. So if it doesn't match up, I won't go to work.
I'm reminded a lot of Juice, where you handle silence so beautifully and effectively. How did you do that?
Jitesh, I genuinely feel cinema, the camera, is a very powerful medium. So when you can say something in 4 words, don't use 8. When you can say something in 2 words, don't use 4. And if you can say it in silence, do not use words. I believe that. I mean, the camera is right here. It catches every single thing. It catches your vulnerability. It catches your honesty. So I mean, I'm probably one of the few actors who says, please cut my lines. Just please cut my lines. Can I just see what I can do? But like, don't make me say it. And it's always more powerful, I feel. It's very powerful. Silence can be very, very powerful.
So here's wishing you more silence, more action, and more lovely times and memories at the movies, at web series, and everything else you do. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jitesh. Thank you so much. Bye. See you. Take care.